All right, one of your favourites, wordsmith extraordinaire Kel Richards, joins me now from Sydney. Kel, we've talked a lot about political basics, I think, this week. We've heard terms like conservative and the moderates inside the coalition. We hear a lot, as we did in the campaign, about that other term. I think it's nonsensical, progressive. Let's pull them apart a bit.
Okay, well, progressive's been part of the English language for about 500 years, and its core meaning has always been moving forward. Now, it's problematic in the current political debate because it's not possible to actually agree on what we mean by forward. So for the people who call themselves progressives, for them forward means bigger taxing, bigger government, bigger public service, more control over people's lives. That for them is forward, right? So hence they call themselves progressive. But you're not unprogressive because you dispute that. You simply think they've got their sense of direction wrong.
Yeah, but they play the pejorative very well with terms like progressive, that you're sort of not forward-leaning and you don't believe in the future if you're not progressive, if you don't sign up to their agenda. Same with the word conservative. It's got a negative connotation, but it just means not no change, just slow to change. That there's things worth in society and life preserving or conserving. Have a look at moderate and conservative for me.
Okay, conservative firstly, yes, you're right, it's being used as a sneer word. It shouldn't be. Been around for 500 years. It means to conserve or preserve. I mean, what can be bad about that, about conserving or preserving? And in the first quarter century of the 21st century, really, conservatives are conserving or preserving freedom. That's where the battle lines are being drawn. So someone who is fighting for and arguing for freedom is preserving freedom, freedom of religion, freedom from over-interference by bureaucrats in our lives, freedom of speech, freedom of belief, freedom of so on. That's conservative. Moderate, now moderate is a deceptive one. The word moderate has been around since 1657, I think, and means not radical, not extreme. But it's adopted as a mask by people who are radical and are extreme. So to argue for the disendorsement of Catherine Deves is a radical, extreme thing. To argue for the early shutdown of Liddell and Araring power stations is a radical and extreme thing. But if you do that, and then you call yourself a moderate, you're guilty of an old sin called verbicide. You are killing a word. That is not moderate. That is radical and extreme.
And that's also, I think, why some of the moderate class inside the Liberal Party love that word modern. They like to call themselves modern Liberals to give a sense that anyone who's not on their team signing up to their platform is somehow old-fashioned and out of date.
It is, but really they are the prisoners, because they are the prisoners of the zeitgeist. They are the prisoners of the moment in which they live. They have no bigger perspective of where we've come from and what we can learn from the past. So yes, modern is a flashy sounding word and is good on your Twitter account, but I'm sorry, it just means you're a prisoner of now. You're not thinking bigger.
Beautiful, Kel. Thank you as always. Please head to Kel's website, ozwords.com, or my Instagram page, Peta Credlin AO. Tell us what words you want us to have a look at next week.